And on today's Unbiased Short Take, going to talk a little bit today about the Packers' undrafted free agent signings. Been watching film a little bit on them since our last video, and I'm going to go ahead and go off and rattle off a little bit clip of each one. I don't want to get too much into it. So, Malik Heath, wide receiver, Ole Miss. So the thing with Malik Heath is he's a senior out of, Ole Miss, as said before. Last year, 60 receptions, 971 yards, 5 touchdowns. He's a senior wide receiver who transferred to Ole Miss, did a program for 2022. That's been the first 2 years of his career at Mississippi State. He's a very versatile, elite player, a very versatile threat, athletic, inconsistent, however, in route running. He needs to improve in that. I think, that can be coached. But he is a good athlete. He has the speed that is evident, and I think he'll be able to find a role in NFL offense one day with some development. But he is a very good athlete, and again, you can teach route running, things like that. So a good prospect in the wide receiver room to be able to compete for a spot, I think, to help Jordan Love out. Again, with Deuce Watts, we signed him, wide receiver as well, out of Tulane. Last year, he's actually had a really, really good statistics. He caught 85 passes for 1,500 yards, 17 scores over 3 years at Tulane. Again, that's a smaller school type of deal. Again, more wide receiver help in that room to be able to compete. That's a very young room, so good to see some more additions in that room. Henry Pearson from Appalachian State. He's actually on the roster on Appalachian State listed as a fullback, tight end hybrid. So I expect maybe that to sort of be an interest in Green Bay's philosophy, possibly on special teams type of deal. So beyond that, they also signed Kadeem Telfort, offensive tackle from Alabama Birmingham by the Blazers. Again, a smaller school. I predicted them to take an offensive lineman. In the draft, it did not. This kind of shows them to be able to put some more depth in that offensive lineman room. I think to be able to compete for a roster spot, maybe a practice squad spot. Green Bay's really good at picking up some no-name offensive linemen and developing them. Jason Lumen, defensive lineman from Illinois State as well. I watched a little bit of film on him. A very good athlete, a tough-nosed player. He plays with leverage at the point of attack on the inside and outside, so that's a good thing to see. He is a little stiff as an athlete. He lacks versatility, and again, I don't think you can really teach that, but his versatility, you have it or you don't. But eventually, a training camp body, maybe compete, surprise some people possibly on the defensive side of the ball there. And as well as Benny Sapp and Christian Morgan, both defensive backs. Sapp listed as cornerback, Morgan as safety. Again, we need safety help. So to be able to get another body in there, he's a good athlete listed here. 6'1", 211 pounds from Baylor, the safety. He attended Porter High School. He was already a 3-star recruit out of high school. He's quick, agile feet, well put together athlete. So that's a good thing to see. Always good to have athletes in the building. He has violent hands, and he's not afraid to get down dirty at the line of scrimmage with receivers. He needs to develop a better understanding of the route combinations. It seems like he got confused when things got a little more complicated. The more complicated the offense, the more confused he got. So I think that would definitely be an issue at the NFL level, considering NFL offenses are very complex. So that's something to look at. Some more safety depth. Probably be a big competition in that safety room, I would say, for some roster spots and starting opportunities. And talk more about the NBA today. Today's NBA action. Again, go Heat. I told y'all that they upset the Bucks, and they're gonna beat the Knicks too and go to the Eastern Conference Finals just like last year. It's no different, 8 seed or not. Miami beating the Knicks 108-101. I say Heat in 5. I'd say 4, but I respect the Knicks a little more than that. I'm not totally ignorant. So Heat in 5. Trey Butler double-double today. Kyle Lowry really made some big plays. Over 15 points for him. Bam, again, had a decent game himself. So really just team basketball. I know people don't really, it's not really the most sexy thing to watch, but good to see. And then again, Sacramento beating the Kings 120-100. Steph Curry 50 points. Best shooter of all time great. A dynasty that's not ready to die yet. And again, Sacramento's first playoff appearance is 06 to Game 7. Very happy to see them become relevant again. Hopefully some good things in their future as well. So good to see. Go Heat. We're going to take it all the way to the finals this year, so That's all we have for today's Unbiased Short Take. Thank you. See y'all next week. And also cover us for our draft coverage as well. So our next podcast will cover a little more things about the draft, but that will cover our draft process. So until next time, we'll see y'all later.